G'day ladies and gents. Today we're going to build, let me rephrase that. Today we're going to attempt to build something that I've never attempted before. A live edge bed base. Now I recently bought a Super King mattress, but in order to get a bed base from the shop, you really need to sell your liver or kidney. And I'm trying to save my liver and kidney for when I want to get a saw stop table saw. So with that in mind, I figured I would use some of these slabs, these ones right here. They've been sitting there for a while, so I figured we might utilize those. It'll clear up some space in my workshop and get my mattress off the ground. I'm going to try and put pneumatic lifts into this so that I can lift the mattress up and have a bit of storage underneath the bed. So that's obviously going to add some complications into the build. I've got no plans. I've got no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going to wing this. So for any of you out there, if you're a furniture maker or you've done this before, I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Your hints and tips, your tricks, whatever you've got, throw your 2 cents in just down there. I'd love to give it a read. With that out the way, I guess we're just going to do this. So I figured you wouldn't want to see any more sanding. So I cut it off after about 30 seconds. Well, it was 15 minutes that I condensed into 30 seconds. But after I cut it off, I probably spent about another 2 hours sanding up to 240 grit from 40 grit. I then applied some sanding sealer, which I made myself. I made that by combining 1 part shellac to 20 parts metho. Now, if you're going to make this yourself, make sure that you get 100% methylated spirits. I've been told the stuff at Bunnings can sometimes be diluted by up to 5%. And if it's got any water in it, you don't want that soaking into your wood. So you need to make sure it's 100% methylated spirits. So I applied the sanding sealer. You can see the slab down there. I then went over it with 400 grit just to take off any raised grain, and it is feeling beautiful. So now we've got these two to go. Alright guys, so we're in the bedroom now. This is where the bed's going to go down here. I've got the slabs roughly positioned where I need them. Now we're going to put some blocks into the corners to hold them in the position that we're going to need them in. Once the live edge slabs are standing up and they're where I need them, I'll then take my final measurements so I can build an inner frame to hold the mattress and attach the pneumatic lifts to in order to lift the mattress up. So that's the bed base finally put together. I am so glad that that is over and done with. It ended up taking a lot longer than I actually thought it would, but everything goes like that for me. The project is not quite complete yet. We need a headboard for this bed. At the moment, I'm planning on using this slab right here as the headboard. It hasn't been cleaned up yet. It's got a lot of voids that I'm thinking about filling with resin. I'm also contemplating putting some USB points in there so that you can plug your phone straight into the headboard of the bed and not have to worry about charges. But I don't have any electronics like that lying around, so I'm gonna have to make a trip to the shops to get something. Now, I was a little bit skeptical on this build because I am quite a big guy, but laying on that bed, it feels very sturdy and I'm quite happy with it. It's gonna stay as it is for now until I get a chance to get to the shops and get the other parts that I need. But for you guys, that's gonna seem like nothing because you're gonna see the rest of the build right about now. Well, that inlay took on a completely different look than I intended. This slab is old and brittle and was just falling apart under the chisel's pressure. So I've had to change the orientation of how that plug's gonna sit in there. On to the next phase. Man, I'm stoked with how that came out. This bed has been the biggest build I've ever attempted, and I'm pretty sure it's the coolest I've ever attempted as well. The end result has just been phenomenal. Not everything turned out how I planned. That happens with most of my projects, I must say. But regardless, it means it's a surprise for me at the end, just as much as it is for you. The only thing I forgot to do on this build, I was gonna put some LED lights behind the headboard so it reflected on the wall, but I forgot to put them on before I pushed it all up against the wall. And this thing is damn heavy. It took 3 blokes to try and push this up against the wall. So the LED lights are scrapped from the project for now. I also mentioned when I picked out the headboard, before I cleaned it up, I told you guys that I was gonna fill it with resin. Now that was on the cards, it was actually the plan, but after I finished up the slab, the missus was happy to leave it just naturally as it was, and it doesn't look too bad. I did think those big triangles would be a little bit weird, but they almost look like they're meant to be there. Or they are kind of meant to be there because they are there. Anyway, I'm so happy with the end result. I've got the charging points in there, so there's no more scrambling for cables to try and charge your phone. I've got the clock put in there, which is awesome because I've had this old digital clock since I was about 12 years old that the missus absolutely hates. One of those big, chunky black ones with the red writing. She's not a fan, so she's happy that that's now gone, although I didn't throw it out. I've had that thing for years. I'm keeping it. The pneumatic lifts in this came out absolutely awesome too. There's not a lot of storage in the house that we're in, so having this added storage under the bed is going to be a huge benefit. And it just gives the bedroom a much more elegant look. Somewhere down the line, I think I'm going to attempt to build a live edge set of drawers to go with it. So I'm going to count my first bed base as a success. A live edge Super King bed base. Hey, who'd have thought I would be building something like that? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this build. I had a great time doing it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so that you can see all my projects that come out. I'm putting videos out every Friday for 52 weeks. We're getting close to the 52-week mark, which is very exciting. Make sure to check out J&D Creations on socials. We're on Patreon, Instagram, and Facebook. You can stay up to date there on everything that doesn't make the YouTube channel. And it would be absolutely awesome if you could share this video around, guys. That would mean the world to me. So I hope you enjoyed this project. Until next week, sleep well, because I know I'm gonna be. See ya.